What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. I'm in South Carolina right now, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Took about 11 hours today to get up here, but we finally made it up here about 10:30 this evening. It was one heck of a nice long drive. It's right now 12:30 at night. We have a basketball tournament in the morning. Well, actually, we play at 12, but yeah, we got up here. I'm still congested as heck, but we got up here and to tell you what, from Columbia, South Carolina up to Rock Hill, it's like pitch black. They have no lights. It's like you're driving in the middle of nowhere, nowheresville. From 95, I-95 to Columbia, I-26, I think it is. Again, it's like nowheresville. I mean, this state is different, you know. I'm from Florida, South Florida, and it says stuff like 17 miles to somewhere. And if you're 17 miles in South Florida, you're literally still in Miami type shit or in Fort Lauderdale. You're 17 miles from something in South Carolina. You're like, it's pitch freaking black. Without car lights, you have no idea where you are. But I want to jump on here. I don't have my intro because it's on my home computer. I need to have it on both computers because it's on my CapCut editor, but I don't have it on this one. For whatever reason, CapCut does not go from spot to spot, which I think is really damn stupid. But anyhow, I will drop a video right here, and we're here to talk about the lack of size of the Indiana Fever, something that I had talked about for quite some time while everybody was getting all super excited over the outrageous signing of a backup power forward in Monique Billings, not drafting a real power forward in the draft, not drafting a real center in the draft. And this is not a shot at Raven Johnson by any means, who I am becoming endeared to, quite honestly. But what happened against Dallas was such an exposing that I said earlier this week in another video. I said Aliyah Boston is the most important player on this team. If she is out for any significant period of time, the Indiana Fever is in massive trouble. They have absolutely no bigs. Monique Billings is 6'4", but she's not really that big. Maisha Hines-Allen is 6'1". Respectfully, folks, she's not good. And respectfully for Monique Billings, she's a backup, which I've said over and over and over again. You paid her like a starter. And here you are now with no backup center. Damaris Dantes is abso-freaking-lutely useless. And if Aliyah Boston can't play, this team has major, major problems. Like I said before, this is by no means a shot at Raven Johnson. She has done an absolutely great job, in my opinion. Whether it was the first game or the second game, she did what she's expected to do: play really good defense to great defense, be very, very pesky, be an irritant, and when given a chance to score, make your layups. Problem is, Raven Johnson's not much of a creator for herself. She's not someone that's going to give you points off the bench. And this team doesn't have scoring off the bench. Realistically, if you look at their bench, even when Aliyah Boston and Lexi Hull come back, Lexi Hull coming off your bench is not a scorer. Ty Harris is not a scorer. Monique Billings, if she's a starter or if she's a backup, she's not a scorer. Hines Allen is not a scorer. You don't have any scoring coming off your bench. Your scoring comes 100% from your starting five. So in this situation, you don't have any scorers off your bench, for which I had talked about Tanaya Latson, who I still love and would be a replacement for Kelsey Mitchell in a year, so you can dump that contract. But she'd be scoring off your bench. Medina Okot would be a legitimate center who could either start and move Aliyah Boston to the 4, or could come in as a backup for Aliyah Boston and be a legitimate center off your bench. Marta Suarez, who could have been a starting power forward in this league. So you had options. Cody McMahon could have been a scorer off your bench. I've said over and over again, Cody McMahon was the steal of the draft going to Washington, the pick later. She's a legitimate scorer off the bench. Again, another player that could have been a replacement for Kelsey Mitchell in a year, but definitely a person who could be a dynamic scoring option off of your bench. So instead, what you have now, which remains, is you have a team that has no punch off the bench. Sorry for all the congestion, folks. It's like I'm in South Carolina and now my nasal passages have completely clogged and I can't breathe at all. So I don't know if this is an allergy thing now or not, because I wasn't like this until tonight. But yo, man, you have a team that's completely undersized, completely undersized. They got completely exposed by Dallas. They have no bigs. Dantas is useless. Heinz Allen is 6'1". For some reason, doesn't know how to set a screen, which you've seen on videos made. Billings is nothing. And so you're sitting here getting beaten up by the Dallas Wings. And before people say, oh, it's just a preseason game, it's just a preseason game. No, you were down like 16 at the half with your starters. You were down 16 at what was it, 62-46, 61-46 at the half. You're getting your ass kicked at the half. Your coach, who's supposed to be some defensive coach, well, you've gotten scorched in the first 2 preseason games in the first half by the New York Liberty, who scored 48 points, which is a lot, regardless of what the fact they led. And Dallas, who Paige Becker's got whatever shot she wanted the entire game in the first half of she only played at the half, but she got every shot she wanted. And they were wide open looks. This team is massively flawed. And I kept telling y'all this stuff. That I know all the other creators are going to come out and sit here and say, oh, I told you so. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I saw the celebrations off of Monique Billings. I saw the celebrations off of freaking, who was the next one? I didn't see them on Ty Harris. But I saw them on Monique Billings. I even saw them on Maisha Hines Allen. I saw the outrageous celebrations off of picking up these 2 players to play power forward while you don't have a backup center. And I'm sorry, I saw so many different creators making these videos. I saw the comments in from these videos. Like, you name pretty much everybody. Like, it was almost across the board. So before you say, "Oh, I'm calling somebody," I'm mentioning it. Almost everybody I saw was praising this Monique Billings thing because she played 15 minutes with Caitlin Clark to Team USA because Aliyah Boston fell out last second due to her unrivaled injury, and they needed to fill a spot. But for real, man, I saw all the videos. I saw them all. And now you're sitting here understanding what the hell I was talking about. Because I was saying it weeks ago. They need size. They need size. These signings suck. They needed scoring off the bench, and they needed size. And they got neither. They literally got neither. And again, this is not a shot at Raven Johnson. She's doing her job, man. She's doing her job. But the needs of this team, more than anything, were bench scoring and size, and really size bench scoring, and you got none of it. You got a second round pick in Justine Passat, who apparently is putting out cryptic stuff about don't believe what you hear from the media because she basically is implying that she's not actually injured. You got a message and a narrative coming from the Fever front office about how they want to run and how they're bigger and they're going to be a better rebounding team. And you got out rebounded by 19 by Dallas. Your starting power forward had 3 rebounds. Your backup had 2, Timpson. Hines Allen had 7. That's fine. Whatever. I'm watching the hockey game as well. But straight up and down, folks, I was very, very clear about the needs for this team. And people just got so excited over Monique Billings because he's like, oh, she scored with Caitlin Clark, the pick and roll. She understood the assignment. Yeah, so what? That's a freaking that's elite. That's an elite team that she's a part of that she barely played on for the most part against a bunch of babies from another country. Like this was like it's like varsity versus freshman team. Come on, man. Of course she's gonna look good. Of course she's gonna look good. She's not good. And they got problems. And unless Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell go off for 50 every game combined, this team is going to struggle. And that 28-16 that I predicted, I mean, it might not be that because this team is filled with holes. There's not a lot of things that there are you have redundancy at position. Cunningham and Lexi Hall are the same player. You got redundancy at position. Hines Allen and Billings are the same player, just one's 3 inches taller. You have a center who right now is injured. Don't know if she's going to play today or today against Nigeria. Probably not. I wouldn't expect it. And you have a bunch of undersized guards who are probably not going to make the team. Outside of Raven Johnson, the rest of these women are not going to make the team. I mean, are you going to keep Timmons, the girl from Bama, or are you going to keep Walker Kimbrough? You're going to keep one of those two. That's who you're keeping. You're keeping one of those two. And I would expect it to be Walker Kimbrough. That's what I would expect, even though the smarter play is to keep the younger player. The smarter play is to keep the younger player. But this is Indiana, and they'll probably keep the old 36-year-old rather than keeping, I think that's how old she is, rather than keeping, how old is Walker Kimbrough? I don't want to insult her. I'm sorry, 36. I said 36. She's 30, man. I just aged that woman so much. God damn, that's my bad. She's 30. But or keeping Jessica Timmons, who's 23. I mean, I'm going to keep the 23-year-old. That's me. So, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to age you 6 more years. I don't know why I thought you were 36. I don't know why I thought that. But this team is lacking size. And they have big, big problems. And I'm not trying to throw a big gray cloud over everything. But when it comes down to it, brass tacks, you're not going to win games without size. This is the WNBA. You're not going to win games with guards alone. That's why I said Aliyah Boston is the most important player on this team because they don't have a backup. You could survive a couple of games. Even you could survive. You saw last year, they could survive without Caitlin Clark. Were they better without her? No, of course not. But they could survive. Without Aliyah Boston, they will not survive because they're going to get crushed on the glass. And they would have gotten crushed on the glass even with her against Dallas because their efforts sucked and they didn't shoot the ball well. But now you add in the fact that, you're small and you're getting murdered on the glass over and over again, all night long. All night long. You have no rim protection. Who's your rim protector? Who is the rim protector on this team? They have nobody. You have no rim protection here. It's a mess, man. They play Nigeria today because it's after midnight right now. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely gonna try to check out the game, but because I have my kid's game, I think he's at. What time is he playing at? Let's see here. He plays. Where is he playing? Oh, wrong state. They play at 12 and at 2. So we'll be done by 3. So I'll be back in my hotel by probably 3:30. I don't know when is the Fever game. I don't even know when the game is at. Probably, I'm presuming it's at 3 o'clock. 7 p.m. Okay, yeah, I'll be home. I'm home. I'll be at my hotel. So I'll check out the game. But let's be real. You're playing Nigeria. So yeah, we are where we are. Um, Again, I'm not trying to sound like the end of the world, but this is a team that and look, everyone now is posting about Cameron Brink because she's coming off the bench. Would she be an upgrade? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. But understand this very, very clearly. You're not going to get something without giving something. You're not going to get Cam Brink for Skittles and M&Ms. She's still a number 2 overall pick in the draft 3 years ago. They're not going to gift wrap her to you with a bow. That's not how trades work. So you're going to be giving up more than the back of the bench scrub and a couple of lower level picks. This is not going to happen. For one, your picks more than likely are going to be 10 and below, so you're not going to get away with one pick because she was still the second pick in the draft. And you're not going to give up a bum on the roster to get her. That means you're going to give up something, whether it's a Sophie Cunningham, whether it's a Raven Johnson, who whether you like her or not, she's doing a good job. And quite frankly, they don't have a backup point guard without her. I don't know that anyone wants Ty Harris's broken down ass. So you're looking at probably a Sophie Cunningham or a Raven Johnson or a Michaela Timpson, which honestly I wouldn't give a shit. Get rid of Michaela Timpson. But you're gonna have to give up something. And it might be a Michaela Timpson. It might be a Sophie Cunningham. It might be a Sophie Cunningham and a Michaela Timpson and a pick or and 2 picks. It could be something like that. You're not gonna get her for a bag of rocks. Like, bro, you're not getting her for that. They're not going to trade her for your worst players. Like, that's not how trades work. Trades have to be mutually beneficial. So, yeah, obviously it'd be a huge upgrade, but you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give up something to get something. So, anyhow, that's all I got for this one. Appreciate y'all. I never actually introduced the video. That's crazy. I didn't even have I don't have the intro with me, so you know what? My bad. But like the video, subscribe, share the video again. I'm here, man. It is 12:55 a.m. right now as I sign off on this one. I gotta do some more stuff before I go to sleep. But appreciate y'all as always. Her game, her way, women's basketball, Indiana Fever Unfiltered. All right, come on down the podcast. Come on now.